Hi everyone, welcome to WAFL Weekly as we recap round one of the Sullivan Logistics WAFL season and round two of the ATCO WAFLW season. Mark Readings, Jordan McArdle joining you as we go straight to Mandurah where the big men dominated at Lane Group Stadium.
Yeah, well, Mason Cox, what a performance from him on debut for Peel Thunder. He might not be in the WAFL much longer if he keeps producing performances like that. 45 hit-outs, 24 disposals and a goal to his name. He absolutely dominated East Fremantle. Best on-ground performance there. And another tool that really caught the eye, Floyd Burmeister. He was also on debut. He's from country Victoria and he's got a hell of a leap on him, doesn't he? I think he might grab that Kia WAFL Mark of the Year at some point during the season.
And not forgetting Oscar Smart. Very impressive debut for the Sharks.
Yeah, really impressive debut from Oscar, a former Essendon mid-season draftee. He played 4 games at the highest level and kicked 4 goals at the weekend as well. I think it was you that said on the broadcast he had a bit of Jack Ginnivan about him. He kicked one of the goals of the round and gave it to Mason Cox afterwards as well. So you like those players that have a bit of spunk about them.
And Geordie, a star is born. Was that the case at Steel Blue Oval on the weekend?
Yeah, absolutely. Lucas Robinson, remember the name there, a young South Fremantle player from Lake Grace. Got a bit of a Nat Fife about him with that midfield bull and obviously from the same region as well. So 27 disposals on debut, a hell of a performance for Lucas for the reigning premiers. He also had a game-high 14 contested possessions and 9 clearances as well. So I don't think he'll be playing much Colts footy for the rest of the year if he keeps going the way he's going.
Subiaco under Jared Schofield looked like they're back in business after one impressive performance in a very high-octane game against East Perth.
Yeah, real high-scoring shootout there, wasn't it, between the two Sullivan Logistics Stadium tenants there in Subiaco and East Perth. And Jared Schofield's men, they won 3 from 3 during the pre-season and they've knocked off last year's grand finalist in round 1. So I really expect the Lions to charge up the ladder this year.
And elsewhere, Sandover medalist Charlie Constable in really good form for the Demons. Big win over the West Coast Eagles.
Yeah, he started where he left off last year, really, didn't he? 35 disposals to Charlie Constable, leading that midfield once again. And yeah, Perth certainly look a danger team once again. They broke their finals drought last year and their stacked midfield just really impressive, aren't they? And a couple of forwards really stood out there. Aaron Clark, 7 goals and Kane Johnston with 6. So, yeah, a bit of tall timber there up forward for the Demons.
And the Tigers, so impressive, knocking over West Perth in emphatic fashion.
Yeah, spot on. And great to see Bailey Rogers back to his best as well. He's had his injury troubles over the last few years, a long-term Achilles issue, which, he's said quite a bit has hampered his progress over the last few years. But great to see him back to his best. He kicked a beautiful goal from the pocket up at Joondalup and finished with 3 goals and 27 disposals, so certainly a big year ahead for Bailey Rogers and the Tigers.
Absolutely. Turning our attention to the ATCO WAFLW round 2 matches. Some winners, Swan Districts over South Fremantle. It was East Fremantle over Peel. Subi defeating the Demons and a tight game between the Tigers and West Perth with Claremont getting up by a couple of points. But we might have an early Dara Kerr medal favourite.
Yeah, I think so. Jamie Henry's probably got the 6 votes from 2 matches, 38 disposals at the weekend to go with 10 clearances as Swan District's got the job done once again. So she's averaging 35 disposals across the first 2 rounds. So I think her main stumbling block could be the AFLW pre-season draft next month, the way she's going. So expect her to be in the mix for the Kia WAFLW state team next month. And, she is absolutely flying at the moment. And
great news for the Sharks. They pick up their first win of the ATCO WAFLW season. And there's an East Fremantle teenager you were very impressed with.
Yeah, Noah McNorton is her name. She's just 19 years of age and she picked up a game high, 29 disposals to go with a couple of goals at the weekend. So East Fremantle's first win of the season. They had a bit of a touch-up from their derby rivals in South Freo in round 1, but great to see them back on the winners list.
There it is, round 2 of the ATCO WAFLW season and round 1 of the Sullivan Logistics WAFL season. This has been the WAFL Weekly. We'll catch you next week on this channel.